The connection between Danzo and Itachi is one that will never go away because of how closely intertwined the two of them are. For Itachi, Danzo was the reason his clan was able to hate the Hidden Leaf Village because he is very likely behind Fugaku's efforts in the war being suppressed, efforts which earned him the nickname Wicked Eye Fugaku Uchiha and caused him to be feared by all the other nations in the same way that the 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze was. He was also very likely behind Fugaku being snubbed when consideration for the 4th Hokage was being made. We do know for certain that he was the one who pushed the Uchiha clan to be isolated from the rest of the village and placed under careful surveillance by the Anbu. However, most importantly, we know that Danzo was the one who backed Itachi into the current corner that made him murder his clan. A character like Danzo doesn't do things on a whim, and the recruitment of Itachi into Anbu is no different. In today's Naruto Explained video, I plan to share with you the exact moment Danzo began to plot to bring Itachi into the Anbu and eventually use him to massacre the Uchiha clan. In the first Itachi novel, Daylight, we get a scene where Danzo is reflecting on his mortality and is interrupted by one of his root members, who has just informed him that Itachi is not only the youngest to graduate from the academy, but also the youngest valedictorian in academy history. It's here I'll begin reading the scene, which very likely led to so many tragic events in Itachi's life starting to take shape. And it's here that I'll quote and come back to you guys with my analysis. And I quote, "Uchiha Itachi. Danzo said. The photo attached to the file showed the face of a young boy. The eyes that stared back at Danzo, however, belonged to someone much older than a boy. They were the eyes of an experienced Jonin. Lord Danzo, all involved assert that the Academy has never seen a genius of this caliber. He completed the graduation exam 4 months after beginning his studies and is set to graduate in the spring of next year." His eyes were still on the file. Danzo listened to the excessive droning of his subordinate. A smile crossed his lips. "I can just see all the other departments fighting to get him." Danzo lifted his weary hips from the chair. As a shadow behind the Hokage, he carried the burden of the village's darkness, but he recently felt the weight of his own aged body. Death was upon him. 10 years, 20 years, he didn't know, but he did need to start thinking about his own life and the length of it. Before he could allow himself to die, he needed to cut out the darkness that existed in the village ever since its founding. The Uchiha, that was Danzo's life work. End quote. Now, if you haven't already had a hate for Danzo inside of you, you definitely have one now. Danzo already planned to use Itachi to destroy the Uchiha clan before Itachi had even graduated from the academy. He referred to him as a prodigy, not yet colored by anything, meaning he saw room to manipulate Itachi. This is troubling for a lot of reasons, but the main one being that his actions up to this point were just made clear. Danzo had been plotting to destroy the Uchiha clan as far back as the Kyuubi attack. In the aftermath, he pushed to have them persecuted for being the likely suspects behind the Kyuubi attack, and then to have them isolated from the village. Separation is the first step towards destroying people because they would be out of sight from the villagers, and an us versus them mentality could be cultivated if Danzo pulled the right strings, allowing him to swoop in and execute his plan. For Itachi, Danzo saw a prodigy who could have all the other departments fighting to get a hold of him. If this were to happen, Itachi very well could have changed the perception of the Uchiha clan, especially when it became known that he sought to use ninjutsu to bring peace and to help others. Itachi very likely could have been put on the track to, dare I say, being the first Uchiha to become Hokage, because he was recognized as a genius in the same level that Minato and Kakashi were, both of who eventually became Hokage. So what did you guys think? Do we still have some Danzo lovers out there? I would love to hear from you. That's it for my Naruto Explained video today, guys. If you like anything I had to say, please remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day, guys.